Imagine the ability to feel like you're 20 years old again anytime you want to. Imagine having access to boundless and endless amounts of energy anytime you need access to that. Building the ball is an exercise that is a secret of the yoga masters, meditation practitioners, qigong masters, Zen masters, and practitioners throughout the ages. It will give you the ability to control your own personal energy and the ability to control the energy of the environment around you. This will allow you to feel more and feel more completely than you ever have at any point in your life, with the added bonus of not being controlled by your current personal energy limits. Imagine being able to summon all of the energy you need to get through your day with only 5 minutes while you're waiting to get on the bus, while you're waiting to get on the subway, while you're in the parking lot getting ready to get into your car to go pick up your kids from daycare, in that 5-minute break before the big meeting at work. All of this is possible and very easy to learn how to do in approximately an hour-long course. Welcome to Building the Ball. Welcome to 60 Skills. We are now going to discuss how to learn to perform the exercise known as building the ball. First, building the ball teaches a practitioner how to manipulate their subtle sense of touch. This is the least degraded of the subtle senses within the human body. And as such, it is both the easiest to learn and the first technique you're going to learn how to manipulate. Tactile manipulation of energy is by far the easiest of the meditative arts to learn. And this is important because all of these arts are largely predicated off of the amount of time that you spend practicing them. This exercise will require between 1 and 10 hours of continuous practice for most people to gain the benefits of it. In some cases, it may be as much as 30 hours, and in very rare cases, it may require as much as 100 hours. The benefit of being able to do this is that a practitioner can then engage and interact with the energies in the environment around them. This is of crucial importance, primarily because learning to develop clairvoyance, or subtle sense of sight, or clairaudience, subtle sense of hearing, barring a natural predilection for those abilities, can take an extended period of time. In the most gifted of practitioners, it may require as much as 100 to 200 hours of continual practice to begin to open those subtle senses, and in the less gifted, significantly more. As such, learning to use your clairvoyance and clairaudience could take up to 6 months or a year or longer in some cases. This is not always true, and again, in the case of gifted people, it may happen relatively quickly. However, your clairsentience, or subtle sense of touch, is something virtually anyone can unlock in a handful of hours. It is also a very convenient skill because it allows you to work with everyday objects that are sitting around you. And the basic techniques involved allow you to practice while you're going about your day, which is not true of many of the other techniques we are going to focus on later in this course. So remember, your subtle sense of touch, referred to as clairsentience, is one of the 3 primary techniques you have to learn to engage in order to perform any of the yogic and meditative abilities effectively. It is also the easiest to learn, and in most cases will require less than 10 hours of continuous practice. Welcome to 60 Skills. We are now going to cover the organization of energy and matter within the phenomenal universe. When performing yogic and meditative arts, we are primarily dealing with 3 levels of reality: the physical level of reality, the energetic level of reality, and the mental level of reality. The physical level of reality represents just that. It represents the chair that I'm sitting on, the hand touching the leg, or any of the other conventional ways of looking at matter and reality around us. It is the primary objective of most engineering and the hard sciences, and has the most to do with your day-to-day in terms of how you move around. As such, we don't need to discuss this at elaborate length. The energetic level of reality does require a bit more discussion, and this represents the primary level of reality that you will be engaging with in the exercise known as building the ball. The energetic level of reality constitutes emotion, sensation, and what most people would refer to as energy. Both energies that can be measured, such as phenomena within the electromagnetic spectrum, and energies that you could feel, for example, pinpricks upon the skin, or the sensation of hot or cold on the skin as well. By learning building the ball, you are taking your first steps into the esoteric by learning to manipulate the part of the environment that is around you that most people render to be a subtle or non-manipulative environmental factor. By this I mean something that you passively experience. We're going to change this into a situation where you are actively engaging that. An important part of the energetic realm to keep in mind is that it is largely bereft of the sensation of time, which is why emotions and sensations can seemingly come out of nowhere, exist for long periods of time, and then suddenly disappear. One of the most common is what we refer to as pain. Pain can happen as a result of an injury. It can be chronic. And oddly enough, when it suddenly stops, many people who have been affected by this sensation for long periods of time don't actually realize it. As an astral phenomenon, or energetic phenomenon as we're referring to it here, it is again something bereft of the element of time, and this is important to keep in mind. When engaging energetic phenomenon, typically speech slows down quite a bit. Sensation of time is suspended, and moments can seem to last hours and vice versa. Thirdly, we will be dealing with the issue of the mental level of existence. The mental level of existence describes a phenomenon in which there is no sensation of spatial restraint. As such, you are dealing with phenomena that largely fall into the category of constructs or ideas, or sometimes colors. Examples of this include things like morality, or legalism, or taxation. These are abstract ideas that don't necessarily have a physical representation, even though their application to the universe can have physical effects. Welcome to 60 Skills. I am now going to describe how you engage the energetic realm. As discussed earlier, the energetic realm is a place that, while it has spatial limitations, lacks the concept of time. Other sensations associated with the energetic realm are slow, soft, and sensual, with the accent upon the sensual. So what I first want you to do is I want you to take your hands and I want you to hold them next to each other, just close enough to where you can feel the heat coming off of one hand onto the skin of another. If it helps, you can hold the palm of one hand against the back of your hand or against the back of your arm. And I want you to hold it there until you can feel the body heat coming off of the hand onto the back of the hand or the back of the arm. Focus your attention on this very softly in a relaxed manner. What you are going to find next is that the heat coming off may kind of come in waves, but it's not continual. And this happens very, very, very slowly. Maybe only once or twice per minute, depending upon your individual pulse rate. You'll also notice that this sensation is very soft. It is not hard like picking the back of the hand with a pen or your nail, but in fact feels very soft, almost like the caress of a piece of linen or touching a pillow or a feather. If you have one of these objects handy, you can also use one of these. What we're getting you to do here is to pay attention to just how subtle this can be. So hold your hand there for just an instant. You can even move it back and forth a little bit. Then pull it away. Now pay attention to the back of your hand. You'll notice the sensation of heat, or that soft sensation, is now no longer there. Go back and do this again. Place the palm just over the skin of the hand. And again, wait until you feel a little bit of warmth or heat there. Notice how this feels soft. Notice how when you move it up and down the back of the hand, you can feel that kind of soft heat move with it as well. Do this on your own for a second or two. Again, remove your hand. Notice how that sensation leaves. The hand no longer feels quite as warm, and you certainly don't feel that almost soft kind of caress coming from the body heat of your other hand. Welcome to 60 Skills. We will now begin to discuss the concept of pore breathing. Pore breathing is the primary method by which you power the building the ball exercise. So what I want you to do is I want you to get into a comfortable seated position with your back straight, preferably not leaning against something. If you suffer from chronic back pain, you can put a pillow in your back or do whatever is necessary to be comfortable. This is not a power building exercise. This is a sensation building exercise that is designed to teach you how to manipulate your subtle sense of touch. As such, you need to be in a comfortable position and should not be stressed in any way. If it is comfortable for you, you can cross your legs, or if you prefer, simply place your feet flat upon the floor. Once you've done this, I want you to go into your upright body position. Imagine a light hand pulling from the top of your head, making your spine straight. I want you to place your tongue on the roof of your mouth, directly behind the teeth. And I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose with the physical breath. Do this a few times. Now, as you are doing this, I want you to visualize light and heat entering the pores of the skin, going into the center of your body, into your lower abdomen on the inhale. And then on the exhale, I want you to imagine that same light and heat passing out through the pores of your skin with the exhale. I want you to do this a minimum of 9 times on your own. And you can do this for 5, 10, or 15 minutes or greater length of time as you wish. Begin now, and I will walk you through this. On the inhale, visualize light and heat entering through the pores of your skin into your lower abdomen. Then on the exhale, I want you to visualize this light and heat leaving the pores as well. Inhale, breathe in through the pores of your skin, seeing light and heat enter the lower abdomen. Exhale, feel the light and heat leave the pores of your skin back into the environment around you. As you inhale and exhale, you may feel a light pinprick sensation on the skin. This is important to remember, as this is the vital energy of the body entering and leaving the body. Always keep this sensation in mind as you breathe in, visualizing light and heat coming in through the pores, and breathe out, feeling that same light and heat pulling any possible sensation of tension, discomfort, or any kind of emotion that's bottled up inside of you out through the pores of your skin back into the environment around you. Inhale light and heat in through the pores of the skin, into the lower abdomen. Exhale the light and heat and anything else you wish to get rid of from the lower abdomen out through the skin, out through the pores, back into the environment around you. Do this several times on your own. Welcome to 60 Skills. We are now going to build the ball. Get back into your seated position in your chair, as comfortable as you can be. Suspend from the top of your head, imagining a hand pulling up on the top of your crown, straightening your spine. Place your tongue behind your two front teeth on the soft part of your mouth. I want you to inhale and exhale through your nose. And I want you to start with the last exercise of breathing light and heat in through the pores, down to the lower abdomen on the inhale. On the exhale, I want you to visualize that same light and heat and anything you want to get rid of, leaving the lower abdomen and exiting the body via the pores on the skin, filling the environment around you. Inhale light and heat through the pores. Exhale through the pores in the skin. Now I want you to pick your hands up and hold them in a comfortable position right in front of you, arms at a 90-degree angle, or any position that you're going to be able to hold for a few minutes straight. Now as you inhale, inhale into the lower abdomen via the skin. Then as you exhale, this time I want you to exhale through the palm of the hand. And I want you to visualize seeing a ball of light in front of you. Inhale through the pores into the lower abdomen. Exhale through the palm of the hand, filling a ball of light. Inhale. Exhale. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to remember that pinprick sensation you got from the earlier exercise. That sensation of vital energy in the body. And I want you to feel for the leading edge of that ball. Inhale through the pores, exhale through the palms, feeling for the leading edge of that ball. Some people, the ball may be very small. Other people, the ball may be larger. Take a few minutes to do this. Roll your hands around the edges. Feel the edges of that ball. And do this for as long as you need until that sensation becomes concrete. Like you're running the hands over the skin of a water balloon. If it helps, place your attention inside the center of the ball. Inhale through the pores, exhale through the palms. Inhale through the pores, exhale through the palms. Move your hands around. Smooth the edges of the ball out while you're inhaling and while you're exhaling through your nose, slowly in a non-rushed fashion. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Make the ball a little larger, using a few breaths. And when you lose that sensation, go back in until you feel the edges again. Take a few breaths. I want you to make the ball larger by pushing more and more light and heat into it. And when you can't seem to make it any bigger, I want you to start to condense the ball down smaller and smaller. As you do this, the edges of the ball become a little warmer. The edges of the ball become a little more solid. Take your time. Inhale through the pores. Exhale through the palms. Inhale through the pores. Exhale through the palms. Inhale through the pores. Exhale through the palms. Slowly bring the ball down in size until it stops responding and you've got it as small as you can. Inhale through the pores, exhale through the palms. 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 Smaller and smaller. Inhale through the pores, exhale through the palms. Inhale through the pores, exhale through the palms. Till the hands almost touch each other. And then hold the ball there. Just feeling its edges, feeling that warmth, feeling that heat, putting in the back of your mind that this represents the vital force of the body, the basic energy of life. Hold this for a few minutes. And then when you're ready, let it go.